Marriage has always been essentially a critical, complex, difficult kind of subject to discuss, to criticize, or to talk anything off, because marriage is both good and bad, right and wrong, fair and unfair, productive and counterproductive or contradictory at the same time, depending upon the man and the women who choose it or who refuse it, depending upon their mindset and the kind of level of maturity, sovereignty, individuality, independence they have been able to master, or the success they have reached, or the compassion they have cracked into their lives, and if they are fully sovereign, independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient sort of individuals, then they won't have no problems in marriage. Their marriage is going to survive, and such men and women either should stay single or they should get married, because they will be able to carry this bond forward because of their increased, enhanced, and developed maturity, understanding, morality, integrity, responsibility, compassion, kindness, and recognition capacity of each other's talent, skill, crisis, and so on and so forth. So, until and unless we're able to reach maturity, if we have not reached maturity, responsibility, authenticity, sovereignty in our lives, we should not marry. So, marriage is complicated. It has always been essentially complicated to discuss or to criticize, because it bears its good and bad things at the same time. But then again, a marriage is not always good, because it imprisons both the man and the woman, limits their potential, restrains and prohibits their talent, expression, creativity, imagination, skill, knowledge, ability, character, and the individuality, independence, sovereignty of both the man and the woman is suddenly gone, and it fades away, and the marriage also fades away eventually. And also because it's an external construct, it's an institution now for exploitation of both men and women in one way or another, because it limits, restrains, prohibits both the man and the woman to fulfill their ends, to realize their desires, to actualize their ambitions, and to become the absolute self distinction and expression that they could have become had they remained single. So it's not about having sovereignty, individuality, maturity, understanding into one's life, and it's certainly not about having those qualities. Marriage ultimately is a contract, a transaction, an arbitrary closeness, an authoritarian sort of order that forcefully gives the people together, and also limits their potential and leads to shortcomings, weakness, and also depression. So that's how this differentiation works out, and both the man and the woman suffer loss in marriage, because it imprisons them, enslaves and subjugates them, and turns them into slaves of this contract, this transactional sort of bond, and authoritarian, arbitrary construct, togetherness of closeness, which we call and regard and celebrate as marriage. So obviously it's good and bad at the same time.